This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For UA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Broomstreet. Let's get this thing underway. Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He tackled with the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. With three tight ends now in first down, trying to create a mismatch. Ball handed off, and he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Dumps it down to the back. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. On this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Titans ready to go 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. This one is dropped. No one around him. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year.
And here comes a deep shot. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Close to the tight end. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up. So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Hands it off on the counter. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Looking for a man. The pocket breaking down. Quick completion to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Important second down play coming up.
Here we go.
Wants to throw it. Snags the quick throw. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes that his guy is better than their guy.
On the 9th play of this opening drive, it's third down and short.
Banner.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Big throw caught on the left side.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. You know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. And the defense comes back with the football. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Boy, the offense has to feel incredibly fortunate that they are able to retain possession. The ball's on the ground. It ends up going out of bounds.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Boy, the timing and the execution is outstanding here by this offense. Quarterback makes the easy throw, but the blocks out in front of this receiver were the key to get him out into space and allow him to utilize that speed.
And the point after is right down the middle. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Passes the 40. Tackled, but forced down.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that and just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Get your hands a little shaky.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He escapes the pocket. And this pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. The Longhorns pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Getting set. Here's second down. Run it out of the shotgun. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's going to pull it down and run. Running through the tackle. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On first down, it's play action. And as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
He just has to be protected better. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And a nice game there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now. Longhorns will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And the quarterback keeps it here. He leads the tackle. They finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll give it to the running back. Sends right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll toss it to the back. Forced out of bounds just short of the end zone. Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, you and I love this guy's ability to run the football, especially in the option game. But why take an unnecessary hit here? A chance to step out of bounds and avoid the hit, you got to do it.
They'll run the option. Pitch play to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's great execution and a touchdown here for the offense. How about the poor defense? They take away the dive, they take away the quarterback, they think they have everything defended, and then he pitches it out on his last option, and they don't have anybody there to stop him from scoring a touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. this play. Back heads to his right. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
They're going backwards to open up this drive after the loss, 2nd down and 15. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. You get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Boy, quarterback's best friend is a big target on 3rd down. Nice job of finding the tight end and that big target, and he picks up the 1st down.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Tries the right with a quick throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Gets into space at the 50. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight, couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Going absolutely nowhere with a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but need this crucial conversion right now. He'll hand it off. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Longhorns will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Texas.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Now the delay is called. Offense took a little too much time there. Head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a grab. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking downfield near the end zone. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Any offense loves to call a play on 1st and 5 after that offsides penalty. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Caught in the open. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Buckeyes are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Let's go. What a fantastic half we've had here. We talk about a last-minute lead change through the air, and we can only hope the second half's going to be as exciting as this has been.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with 25. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got it for a sack.
Losing so many yards on the first play of a drive like this off of a scramble really turns 2nd down into a salvage down. You set out
looking for a man deep down the left side. The ball is picked off. He can go. He's at the 50. Now the 40. The 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. A huge defensive score.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now following that dreaded pick 6. For this guy, it's a nightmare in real time. And for the defense, unbridled jubilation.
And the extra point was up and good. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field, hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. Breaks free. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Running back has it on a screen now. Breaks loose at the 45. Out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, a positive play from this offense. Longhorns will have 1st and 10 here.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's DeMarco. Touchdown, Texas. That's how you finish a play.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Here comes the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. On the move now. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, he makes the catch.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Defensive penalty sets up a 1st and 5 for the offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll throw it now. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Looking to chuck it again. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's Howard, catch made way downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And that will give them the lead now.
Somebody had the busted assignment on this touchdown. There's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times they rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that...
He's looking deep here. The pass is dropped incomplete, but it had a huge gain. Took his eye off
offense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down in this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Longhorns will come to the line to run the hurry up. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
No huddle here for the offense. And the quarterback keeps it on the outside. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Longhorns come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And the PAT is good. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. And it's a direct snap. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, that one's picked off. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Second down and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on third down this time.
Boy, what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
He got it. The field goal's good. And they jump back in front. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Got to be on alert here. Direct snap. He gets loose. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And it's a direct snap. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Running back grabs it on the screen. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They open the fourth by going to the air. The receiver grabs it. Breaks loose at the 40. And here he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. They jump on top here in the fourth.
Now, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession, they had settled for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's got room to run. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback still with the football. Keeper for the first down and more. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Man, we know this guy can spin it, but you can't forget about his wheels, too. That's another first down for this offense, and they are feeling it.
Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. QB keeper to the right. Keeps it on the read option and gets taken down behind the line.
This is a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Defense swarms him on that first down play. Now they come up 2nd and 15 after the loss. He finds some space. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening now. First down to the 27.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
Well, the quarterback keeps the ball, he's trying to make a big play on third down. He probably should have gotten the ball out of his hands. Now, we've got a big fourth down coming up.
The ball is caught. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Okay, now it's second and goal from the 1. QB keeper all the way. They stop him again. Back-to-back plays go nowhere near the goal line.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The call is a quarterback sneak. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. QB keeps it himself. Touchdown, Texas. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead. And now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive now from the 25. On the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. They'll hold to the line here with the clock running. Looking to throw it on first down. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. We've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And this one is caught.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
He'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there.
But Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes a quick catch. Great footwork, a big opening now. Finally brought down at the 7. Sets up a first and goal here.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receivers make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead?
Here we go.
He's got it right near the end zone. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game.
Timeout, Ohio State.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Chris, what a drive by this offense to put the go-ahead score up with under 10 seconds to go. You know, as a quarterback, you hope for opportunities like this, and this offense and the quarterback delivers in a big way.
So after taking the lead here very late, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can just seal the win. Fields it just outside the goal line. Oh, the ball on the ground. So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
It's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much, and you make some mistakes that you don't normally do, and I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.